issue 5. Feel free to just come in and chat and all this stuff. I'm still working on it and still setting it up. And yeah, I got some, as repeated before, I got some new features on here. So if anyone ever start chatting on this thing, feel free to. I'll actually hear it. So I could actually be quiet until I hear something. Okay. So this scene right here takes place at is issue 6, panel 3, where Joe Hero is taking people out of a bus, and a lady is panicking about the situation at hand. Actually, let's change the gamma. Change the brightness on that a little bit just to give you a little bit of. There you go. There. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And the secret to drawing is making sure you go in light. And then I'm going to get myself some reference to look at so I can actually, you know, there we go. And yeah, if you guys ever want to just throw in a chat box, I'll actually hear it and all that fun stuff. Let's see. The bus is right here. Joe here is right here. Lady will be up here. Secret of drawing is always draw light. And the secret is like if I ever want to do my backgrounds and everything, I make sure go through like I go through SketchUp to get me like my perspective down and help me out a little bit. And yeah. So originally I had this plan to do like a Kickstarter where everybody who like where whoever everyone who voted for would have been like a cameo in the story and decided to like put them in for the story. And but unfortunately, like I just didn't get it. My Kickstarter didn't work out, so I'm just putting in just more of a random lady there right now. You'll figure out. I'm not gonna. I don't know what she'll look like, but just like just make it more super generic than anything else. Generic lady bystander number 5. The lips a little bit too big now. The secret to a good studio is not a messy studio. Yeah. Let's see. What kind of hair should I put in here? Just currently sending in some stuff, so don't mind me. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna go with that extreme. Actually, no. What happened to my other tool? I had this big, I have this nice one that I usually would use. Just can't seem to find it at the moment. Ah, there you are. And you know what? Let's actually make her young. Oops. Now for Joe Hero. Then, okay. Yeah, making his body too buff. The thing is, like, Joe Hero's not supposed to be actually a very strong character, but he's like, a little bit built, but not to like crazy athleticism or whatever. Hmm. So I've been watching the inauguration and thought Biden brought in a really nice speech. It was just a little bizarre to see so little of a so little of an audience for for the inauguration. Usually when you see one, it's always been like some big grandeur thing, but you know, you live with what you got. And yeah. Okay, let's get our oval. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna try to get more people to get engaged and get in conversation and stuff like that. Hey, if anyone likes to chat and everything, feel free. You know, I'm not gonna really, I'm not gonna really like bring in any big old stories or anything like that. I'm putting in my opportunity to actually draw for once, and yeah, half the times when I'm half of the times when I'm actually trying to draw, it's been like, oh, it's been picked up by like some other side gig or something like that, and then have to take time off to work on that to then do this. Let's see. Let's get another reference book because this one is okay. Not the greatest one. Actually, I have a program I could probably pick up and get that all set up. You're not going to see it, guys. Sorry. But this will definitely help me out to get my poses down and make my art look good. Maybe just get a little bit of a few more older dialogue in and all that stuff. Um, what's the book I want to use today? How about the How about this guy? This is the famous artist course, which is a very old school book that most people will not get, and it's been like literally like one of the most ancient drawing tools that I ever have, and it's really really good. Like this stuff, like this stuff has some like great stuff in it. Now let's see, statistic and anatomy, head and hands, clothing. Lesson 4, drawing the human form. Still in lesson 1. Okay, there we go. I think this might be the spot I want to be in. Yeah, this is it. Just put this whole book away. This is actually a pretty nice book that I use. It's called the Drawing Cutting Edge Anatomy with Christopher Hart. It's an okay book, like perfect for like some of the major detail, some of the smaller details. But if I want some major details, I go to this book, and this has like a shit ton of information I would like to know about, like how to do flow and art form, and basically get the form down. Now I'm just going to just double check on anatomy. Yeah, says arm out. Yeah, that's the pose I want. Mm-hmm. There we go. And you know what, let's see if I could get another person on here and kind of invite some friends. Just go ahead and just like do some chatting with me. Okay, now we're going to copy that. Then go to Facebook. Let's go to my group and see if I can get my. There we go. There we go. All right, let's see if I can get some friends in here before I have to go start to work. There we go. Okay, let's see. There you go. Now we're going to close that up. And then we're going to get that all set up. Good, good. Hmm. Oh, all right. We're going to get. There you go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Get his diamond mask in there. Mm-hmm. And let's see. Wish I'm allowed to put in more music on here, but I'm just not allowed to do that. The problem is with with every other thing that I try to put on, it's always like some type of music that like nobody's allowed to listen to. And so that's why my stream is usually very quiet. But I also like to hear like what other people say and what other people talk if there are people talking. Okay. we go. Mhm. Mhm. Now let's see. I basically made a little issue here. I forgot to make the door open. Um, so what I'm going to kind of do is I'm going to kind of freehand it and make this thing a little bit more like damage. So like maybe like something like that, and then give this side a little bit of thing. Thing is, what I like about like having rubble is like it's not exactly has to be like really close enough. Could still get the job done regardless. And since I'm the inker, I get to tell myself that this is okay. This is just shattered glass and just like, sort of crackling state. So, there's a little bit of crumple and straight lines to represent that as like dam damaged door. Separate my metal. There we go. A little bit of pebbled glass. I mean, not pebbled glass, just like, how that weird glass is always like a little bit sticking out, and it's just like, that taped glass type setup. There we go. And do a little bit up here. A few up here to add to kind of like frame her. Because right now I'm kind of like making my balloon here saying, "Don't worry, hurry up, it's not safe out here." And then she starts screaming, "Wah!" There we go. You know, I guess one thing that kind of bugs me when I look at the stream right now is like it looks, maybe this doesn't look so clean. Probably it's because my light work. I mean, I'm just using a normal light to kind of like make it make it look nice, but I think it's like the pen light is also reflecting it. And yeah. So, best thing about right now is I actually upgraded a lot of my stuff. I used to try to use my using my old computer and getting that all my old computer, which was a MacBook 2015, which was it's all right, but it's not the greatest. I mean, it could do the job that it needs to, but in the very least amount of settings. The best part about this one is I can actually like adjust a lot of things. I have like multiple cameras, like more than one, and I also have been able to like just fix up a lot of issues that's been going on with my work, and it actually looks a lot cleaner. So all that stuff. Now we got that part in. Now time to just focus on this reacting face. What I need to do is I need to figure out how to make an adjusting camera pose, like just get this part. There you go. Probably need to figure out how to make a little slider thing or something like that. I can figure out how to make one that has like have more of a balanced neck like this guy right here. It'll probably make things a lot easier. Ah, balls. Okay. Now this time I'm going to focus on just the face today. There you go. All right. Hello there. How are you doing today? Feel free to just like chat on the message and it'll actually respond to everything. Oh, hey, Sarita. Everyone, this is my good buddy Sarita. She's actually my writer of the story. And feel free to say hi and see what's up. And so what's been going on for you? How's Mexico? Oh, poop. I guess the I guess the audio thing doesn't work on when it comes to like the when it com when it comes to that stuff. Like usually there's another like volume system that would also show up as well. Uh, well, that's good for you. Oh, hey, guess what? I actually got vaccinated today. My arm hurts like hell, but I feel a little bit better that I'm slightly protected. I have to do another dose. I have to take like the second dose on my on the next in the next month or so. And but it feels good to like be part of like protecting myself and everything like that. But it's a good thing you're staying safe and not getting sick. Um, if you haven't heard anything about United States news, Biden actually won the election, so which is in my opinion kind of pretty good. And so just been uh, just been kind of excited, just been kind of happy about that because no offense, I mean no offense to any Republicans or basically not even not even just Republicans, just the Trump administration has been kind of pretty bad on a lot of levels. And just like you get away with so it's amazing how one person can get away with so much. And other than that, so hey Sarita, if you're still up there, I want to give you a little question. What would be the best way to kind of like make this stream a little bit more entertaining so I could get some more viewers? I always been a little bit concerned about like actually bringing in music into my into my stream because half of the times I either like get canceled out or I have to like close off my stream or prove to YouTube that I'm not like using up they're not like using people's work because the copyright stuff is super notorious. If you're ever watching streaming, what do you recommend be like a good approach to get that all set up? Actually. Oh, well, oh hey, now I actually can hear you. My volume was down. Anywho, um, yeah, it's actually a nice little change of pace and everything like that. Sorry I couldn't get like a guy's voice with my speech thing. So it's kind of funny to like listen to everyone. Everyone sounds like Fred. Actually, kind of playing around with the notification setup. I wonder what's another nicer voice. Okay. Whenever you get a chance, make sure you put in something, talk about something a little different if you can. Yeah, pretty much. What I kind of did is I also
If you see all the blue lines and everything, I actually like made my layout already. And then when I get some time, I go ahead and like put in like a whole bunch of I put in a whole bunch of backgrounds that I want to put in, mainly by SketchUp. And then after that, I just go ahead and just like add some other different little things. Yeah, let's see. Not a big fan of Samantha. How about Fiona as a voice? Yeah, when I draw my comic books, I'm very traditional. I know people like to do digital. Like there'll be sometimes when I try to. Oh, thank you. Um, gonna want do one more voice. Maybe do Victoria. Well, hey, Facialist, how you doing today? Pleasure to meet you again. I hope everything is going well with you. And if you want to meet some people, Sarita's on YouTube and Faceless Originals on Twitch. So if you guys want to like keep chatting with each other or throw me some questions, feel free to do so. Sarita's actually my one of my writers who helps me correct my book. I mean, knowing knowing myself, I'm terrible at like just plain English in general. And so when I do, so I basically take it to like two other people. Another one is Sarita, who's been my oldest. Lynn Han, who is Lynn Han, who's a another artist who's in Canada. Actually, a lot of my people are not like actual. They're not good old fashioned Americans. Um, unfortunately, when it comes to the art, you have to go outside the state to get your own get your own art crew all together. Hmm. Don't mind me, I'm just getting my ear all set up. Yeah, that's true. I actually at this point I also on Picario as well, which which is not like connecting right now. So I need to figure out how to get that all set up. So I'm kind of like I'm kind of like sharing my experience with everyone. Why do you think that's bad fashion? Why do you think that's bad fashion? What's up, John? Nothing much. Can I help you? Uh, not yet. I'm working. Sorry, family members. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, just go to Calvin Nye Comics on Twitch. Well, continue. Yeah. So here's what kind of happened. Come on, break, break. Just breaking off the head of the robot. Going here, trying to saving some lady from a bus scene from the previous shot. She's panic and scream, and then Joe here reacts. Not giving you too much of the details, you could always just pick up the books and check them out on CalvinKnighTComics.com, which is this guy down here, and check and all that type of stuff. I also have all my posters and everything else. So if you guys are interested in anything new for like poster art, what kind of things do you want to see? There actually been this one idea I've been kind of like been playing into my head, which I would like to do, but I know it's going to take me forever to work on. I would like to either do the "I'm the Bad Guy" from Wonder Over Yonder song, but with Bowsette as the villain, with like Bowser playing like Lord Hatred, and maybe Mario plays like Wander Over Yonder. But just have that song in there, just like have it play along, just like a play off to a play off to like the Disney show Wander Over Yonder, but with like Nintendo characters and everything. And then the other one, I think what I also think would be cool is the yeah, I heard a lot of people like Five Nights at Freddy's, but at the same time it's like you already heard we already seen all this stuff. Like I don't want to like pick up something old. Um maybe I will do something Five Nights at Freddy's, but I just haven't really bothered with it yet. Um but anyway, back to what I was saying. I was going to do like another Dark Steven universe. Like you probably seen like a bunch of them, like the Sad Steven or or Thanos Steven snapping. Where in this one is going to be just the if you ever seen the Godzilla or Shin Godzilla, where he does that atomic breath scene, just have that, but with like Steven Universe and obliterating the whole entire city of Beach City. What do you guys think of that? Yeah, it would be. I mean, I think it would be pretty cool, but at the same time, it would be super long. Like, animation is like not the easiest thing to work on, and but I think the Shin Godzilla one would be easy to do. Just get some characters, destroy them, put a whole bunch of stills, and get them all ready. Just got to figure out how to do like very good. So like so basically the idea will be like almost the exact same ending from like when Steven turned into the monster and everyone's doing that hug thing, and then you would expect him to like turn back to regular Steven, but it just goes darker, and then you see like the giant head just going like Rawr! And then you hear the Godzilla like Shin Godzilla theme song, and just thought it was the funniest thing just to get the song in there. Actually, I wonder if I could. I don't know if I could actually show you guys it. If I could just put on the link, but I'm not gonna put it. I'm not gonna put it on the video, but I'm gonna show you like the song that it goes into. Let me see, and just like have this song go along with it if I could get it, like this song to go into it right now. Um, maybe I could probably share the link with you guys. Oh, I don't know if you guys can actually hear this one, or just kind of like watch this, and you could probably just like check out like what I'm kind of going with, and just like have like all the Steam Universe characters in there, but change it to like all the Steven Universe characters in there and everything like that. So feel free to like check out the link and see if I could and see if it but just do like just imagine like the pink monster, the gemstones, like garnet, ro- amethyst, and pearl, just like all obliterated. Ending scene is like Connie falls into the water and just gets stepped on at the very last second, and then like have that evil like walk thing. It's just an idea. So just like maybe do something like that, but I know that's going to take me forever. So I was actually thinking if this was going to be a thing, I would probably start up a Patreon and just like have people charge for. pay for the hours to for me to do the animation. So, start off with 7, just like do 10 minutes of animation and then just like stop and then have it done again. Maybe do like maybe do like a Oh, you seen that one? Yeah, I'm a not gonna lie, I'm a huge Godzilla fan. Like I was always when I was a baby, and it's like after since like I also like the legendary pictures where they just introduce Godzilla as a character, and it's like, oh my God, they like not the 1998 one was terrible, but when they did the other one, with like the legendary pictures, they did it right. Like they fucking did it right. I mean, somebody like really got the art down. I mean, one of the things that I noticed when they're making a Godzilla film is there seem to be like two versions. One is like the very dark and deathly version. Um, yeah, yeah, the legendary pictures. Like there's one in 1998, which is like the which which everyone kind of denies that being a Godzilla film because it got killed by Matthew Broderick or what was his name? Ferris Bueller. Yeah, basically the not the one with that got killed off by Matthew Broderick, and but the one, but like the most newest ones, Godzilla and Godzilla King of Monsters with the where they introduced Ghidorah and all that stuff. Love those films. Like I don't care what anyone says. Because basically the sad truth about all Godzilla films is they're not really good stories. They're just good monster fighting fun. But one thing that unique about Shin Godzilla is like it's dark and depressing, and it's like it shows a hmm, very political view on how to deal with a giant monster. But yeah, on the legendary one, the music and everything, like with that rock version of Blue Oyster Cult, is like it's amazing. Let's see, what would it look like? And one thing I can't wait for Godzilla and King Kong to come out. All right, see you, Faceless. It's great hearing from you. Hope everything's go hope everything's going well with you. And you know, we could always talk about some art stuff. And if you were interested, would you be interested in talking about stories and everything like that? Might be interested in doing a new Joe Hero story after this one. Speaking of which, Sarita, what kind of stuff? Speaking of which, Sarita, what kind of stuff you think we should work on for the next book? Just in your opinion, like what would be something that we should tackle? Hmm. Hmm. Well, there's one idea. Actually, the one idea I would like to do is there's another artist that I talked to who's like his name is Daniel Oyster, and hmm okay, let's see, make the world feel real. But yeah, we were gonna, I was gonna have like someone do like a, I was gonna have like another artist do like a period piece because he does this cool like cool old school vintage style. So like think of like maybe Rin Tin or like old school comics. Like I was thinking of having him to do like a period piece where Hitler got where Hitler got like Einstein to do the nuclear bomb that's actually worse and got captured. And so the crazy thing is there's this bomb in the middle of the earth that constantly changes everywhere. And Joe here was just lucky enough to find it and make sure nobody blows it up. But it's just an idea that I'm not done with. It's just sort of like thinking what could be like the world stake or something like that. Like I was I was thinking like maybe do like the whole put on the glasses skit as a as a whole series. Like find some other like other tank superhero who's not working for the Guild of Justice because he's not the he's doesn't fit the right mold. So he's like the world's strongest like construction worker who fights Joe and just get him and just like have a good fight scene where maybe introduce Joe here to do like martial arts or something like that. It's kind of like one of the things I wanted to do. Like I want to make him like he's not just some like heavy tank hitter. He's more of like he has to be a little bit smarter. So a lot of his story is like discovering himself, what aka me in my history, and kind of like focus on like the autism aspect to make it talk about like focus and paying attention and all that stuff, which is maybe one of the themes I want to focus on when making that story. I mean, I want to actually put in I want to maybe put in like a historical an autism aspect. Hmm. I mean, and then the other one I was thinking of is also getting. Hmm. Yeah, most likely. Just get him like a some, just give him some Fight Club status in his repertoire. Oh, if you ever get a chance, check out the ending the check out the spoiler ending for Joe Hero at the Discord. Like Jed made like a really nice version of the ending that we're doing that we did, and he seems to and he knows and for me he just got it down in my just to like say I love it. So if you want to like look at how awesome his work is, just like give him some like praise as well. Hmm. What can I say? Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best approach for when I do my Joe Hero story. A lot of the stuff will focus on like the new course of power, like where I have where the Special Defense Brigade kind of like comes in, and they're sort of like, eh, they're not they're not supposed to be the good guys. They're like the overkill SWAT team, and I want to make them into like I want to make them to like sort of sort of the questionable bad guy in the story. And when we do that, one of the main focus I want to try to do in is like it's like they're not doing a great job, but they're praised as doing the best, being the best out there. Most likely from media coverage and all that other stuff that just like make them look good because a higher power a higher power of business goes into kind of like the Trump administration. Sorry, I shouldn't try to be political in these things. Oh, yeah. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, I got some time. I'm looking at my clock right now and noticing that I don't have to go in for another hour, so I'm good right now. Ugh. Ugh. Believe it or not, I usually not do a story this long. Half the times when I'm drawing my comic books, I get interrupted by something. But it's a good change of pace that I'm not getting interrupted like I used to. Let's change the camera angle. Mm, mm. There we go. Okay. Well, that sounds good. That sounds good to me. It's actually nice to actually figure out that my program is actually working this time without like having to figure out whether it's having problems or not. And how do you like the whole little response system thing where I what I put in where you can actually hear a program version of you talking. Like what do you think? What do you think of that? Oh, you can't hear it? Shit. Um, hmm. Oh, I thought you could actually hear that. Ah, balls. Okay. Okay, so I gotta figure out another thing. I don't have any devices that would go with that. Hmm. So when I'm talking, you don't hear anything, right? Oh, okay. Hmm. That's a that's a good question. How do I get that? I wonder how do I get that audio to go out? I thought for the whole time like you could actually hear me and all. Like you hear what's going on, what I'm saying. You hear everything that's going on. Hmm. Hmm. Ah, nuts. That, that's a little annoying. Maybe.
Okay, let's see. That's on. Yeah, I don't think I can actually hear anything with the audio output. I gotta figure out how to get that all set up. Hmm. Okay. Anything now? Just type up something to see if it works. Come in. What's up, John?
You going? You know you're going to work today?
I'm going to work at 4.
4.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm going at 4. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going. It doesn't look like it's actually being recorded. It looks like the output is recording. I can hear it just fine, but I just can't hear you. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Oh, I can hear it now.
Huh, okay. So, that's what it sounds like when the audio output is going out. So, now that I insert it in, let me see if I can actually just put in the audio input, just so that you could hear it, without actually hearing the output. Alright, so now my microphone's on. That's just on me this time.
Okay. So now the audio's on there. Now let's see how it sounds with the audio output. Yeah, I mean, you could only get so much in a little bit. Now, did you hear yourself saying that thing? Hmm. So it doesn't look like I could actually. Hmm. That's a shame. So, well, that's a bummer. Well, I could hear you guys just fine. It's just a downside is I'm gonna have to make sure you could hear the audio or something like that, and maybe maybe see if I could actually capture it. Because if I put in this,
If I keep doing that. So, and you could also hear like all the other little like sound effects and everything else that goes to it. And I don't exactly want to kind of like throw in like my whole story and hear like everyone else in the background in that situation. Alright, let's do a second test. Now, say something in this one and see if it does anything different.
Zero yards. Makes sense. Either way, we'll believe him now. But the comic is going the long rate and it was nice chatting.
Okay, I think that went through, but how well do you think it actually came out?
Zero yards. But yeah, I heard the last one.
Okay. So I just gotta figure out how to get the audio like all set up that you could actually hear me on that one. Now, in this,
Zero yards. The only issue is that there's a bit of static.
that's the problem I'm kind of worried about. Like, if I do that, it'll sound really wonky. I wonder, let me see if I can do it this way. Get that in there so it can hear me clearly.
now you can hear me clearly on this one. So that part you could actually hear just fine. Maybe use this guy. Maybe I could use this guy to kind of like play nearby, and then I could hear you guys, or and maybe it'll pick it up. Hmm. Okay. Probably probably that too. Yeah, my thing is not picking up on the output audio. Hmm. Maybe I could probably do this.
I'll figure it out later. Whenever I get the chance. Um, yeah, I'll try to figure out when I get a chance if I could get the audio in right. Oops. Ah, no. So now I'm just playing with too much of my toys right now.
Bobby, hi.
Hey, how you doing, Bobby? How's everything going with you? Hopefully, I don't know. I'm still kind of like working on my audio right now. Try to see like what's going on exactly. How well can you hear me? Is it very staticky? Hmm.
Bobby, pretty good. Just finished the last issue of the Feast.
Oh, very cool. How was that book? That sounded really good. So one of the tests I'm trying to figure out.
Bobby, it's really good. A good ending.
Did you hear about the new sequel? Like they're actually doing like the rest of it right now.
Bobby, your voice is clear, but I can hear the static. Pretty sure it's cause of your headset low.
Actually, no. Here's the funny thing. I disconnected my headset and just using I'm using the audio from the other stuff. If you want to hear my original voice, this is what it sounds like with the input on.
Where I actually use this guy right here. So this sounds clear, but you can't hear the out. Oh yeah, that's totally going to be a def. There's probably going to be a 3 and 4. I mean, this is basically Marvel's. This is DC Zombies for this is DC's Marvel Zombie right now, and this is going to get a lot of attention. Now, just a quick question about the audio. You can't hear the yourself like in the robotic voice just doing the sound, correct? Do a test voice for me just to see if it works out. Ah, darn it. Okay. So when I do so when I'm on my audio thing, I could hear you just fine. It's just I can't I wanted to do I want to do a text to speech so that you could actually hear it too. I wish I could figure out a way how to get that all set up so I could actually hear so you could actually hear that stuff, but I guess I just don't have that option right now, which is a shame. Eh, yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess it is, but I just like, I always want to have like a little bit of audio, like to interact with my thing, but there's so many like limitations when it comes to YouTube, for example. Like I can't put any like audio in there just to because like YouTube will just like cut it out on my end. And I guess it'll just be good for me to hear it, but I just, trying to get some music in there, but what can you do? Maybe ask some people to throw in some recommendation for music too, like so they can listen to while I'm drawing. Horror ambient music. Hmm. Any good ones that you've been reading, like possibly Junji Ito? Another one I also been listening to is like I actually been watching is an ant. The only thing that I think the only problem I think like when it comes to comics, especially with like manga and anime or basically anime can't make good horror. Do you agree with this? I might give that a shot, but I think my other one that I also watched was something called Another. It's sort of like basically what if Final Destination was an anime? Do you remember that one? Yeah, maybe. Most likely because they have limitations of what they can do. I don't know what that is. Not going to put into the story. So yeah, I'm usually pretty quiet on these things, so feel free to like have me talking if you want to hear more stuff. Get to know Calvin Knight Comics. If you were listening earlier, I actually had an idea for another animation that I was working on. That was basically a Shin Godzilla and Steven Universe crossover, and probably be a little bit too dark for some people, but I thought it might be a fun idea to do. Mm, Sorry, just a little tired. The funniest thing is I can actually listen to some music now without actually having to hear without any restrictions from that. So I could actually just listen to my stuff. So let's get some. I'm gonna get some music on for myself to hear. So, but just don't feel bad that you can't hear either. Come in. I think it's about time for me to take a little break. Feel free to comment and see what it looks like. And if you like what you see, just feel free to check out my other comic books down on Nye Comics and all that stuff. I'll be right back. Okay.
your sister? She's coming up? Not spending the night? The long time I saw her. How long I never... No, Dad put it up here. He, no, he put it down that people don't like it up here. I know.
Oh, hey. I think we're going to call it a day right now. Thank you very much for you guys watching because I got to get to work in a couple minutes. So thank you all for watching.